morning, everyone. You can be seated. Well, I'm really excited that all of you are here on this great day. There'll be so many memories you'll make today, and so many, I finally made it. So, yay. My name is Janine Spain, and I'm part of the Methodist College Board of Directors, and I'm so pleased to be here with you all. So welcome to the Methodist College Commencement Ceremony. It's here. So all the sacrifices you've made, all the hard work you've done, it's finally here. This chapter's done, so you get to go to your next chapter. So I'm excited for you. I'd like to introduce the Board of Directors platform party to you, and I'll have each of them stand, and they'll say standing, and we'll just recognize everyone at the end. So if you'll hold your applause. As I said, I'm Janine Spain. I am a retired Vice President Executive from the Carl Greater Peoria area, and I'm also on the Methodist College Board. But just forget all that, because this is the most important thing you want to remember. I'm a nurse, and I'm a graduate of this college. So next is Dr. Keith Knapp. He's the president of Carl Health Greater Peoria. Miss Jill Dodaro, she's the chief nursing officer and vice president of Carl Health Peoria. Mr. Gary Giacomelli, he's a retired chief of staff, Carl Health College of Medicine. Mr. Jamie Harwood, Peoria County Coroner, nurse, graduate of this college. Ken Deckens, Vice President of Finance, Carl Health, Greater Peoria. Did I miss anybody? Oh, yes. Okay, so the most important person is our distinguished keynote speaker, Dr. James Leonard. He's the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Carl Health System. In addition, we have our representation from the Methodist College faculty. Dr. Caleb Banks is the Chancellor of Methodist College. Dr. Blanca Miller is the Dean of Nursing and the Project Director for RNPC. Dr. Octavia Gabor is the Chair of Arts and Sciences and the Professor of Philosophy. And then if we have any of our Carl Health Greater Peoria staff members, please stand. We'd love to see you here supporting your graduates or any elected officials. Yay! Okay, great. Thank you. You can all be seated. So we do a tradition at college ceremonies, and this is one of them. So I'm going to have the faculty rise and face to the students, or the graduates, I guess. It's a new word. And acknowledge them for all the hard work they've done and what you feel about today for them. So let's applaud them. So you can go ahead and sit down. And then friends and family, please stand. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to give it up for the students. So let's acknowledge them. So you can go ahead and be seated. And now, graduates, please stand, face your families, and you've got to whoop it up for them because they have loved and supported you. You can go ahead and sit down. So when I started, I told you you're going to remember many things today. So just a mere 49 years ago, I graduated from this college, as I told you. And I remember many things, but forgot many things also, like don't throw away all your stuff. Keep it. You know, it's important. You'll want it. You think you never will, but you do. Okay? But more than anything, I remember something my grandmother said. You know, when I'm a grandmother, so when I want my kids to pay attention, just like my grandma did, she uses your middle name. So this is what she said to me. Janine Renee, I want you to remember this. It is an honor to take care of patients when they're sick, at their lowest point, and very vulnerable. Don't ever forget that. So you're going to have bad days, busy days, miraculously great days where you see miracles every day. And you're going to think, this is why I went into the healthcare profession, because all of us play a part in it. But what is most important, which I think I did remember from my grandmother, it was an honor to care for patients. So please do that. Now it's my privilege to introduce Dr. Teresa Schwendenhammer, who is she's going to share some reflections on commencement, but she is a graduate program director. Where's she at? There she is. Okay.
Okay, thank you for attending today's commencement exercises. Let's take a moment today to reflect on past, present, today, and the first day of your future and beyond. There are many experiences that have created your past. They are part of the sum of who you are. These past experiences develop the character that you possess today, the person that you are, and set the pace and tone for what is next. As you reflect on your time at Methodist College, find a place of reflection, a place that gave you hope and gratitude. In this reflection, let us remember where we came from and those who have helped us, for it is in the past that you have built your foundation. As C.S. Lewis once said, there are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. The present is a time to become stronger, more resilient, and a time to work hard at accomplishing new tasks that will advance you to your future. You have learned so much and can now be a part of the present, enjoying the success that you have created. Change will always be with you. Change is always difficult and a bit unnerving, but it will come for us no matter how much we want to hold on to our status quo. It is this change that we continue to learn and grow from. As healthcare graduates ready for the future, you have seen and experienced change. Remember your journey and remember why. Carol Burnett said, "We don't stop going to school when we graduate. Nothing can be truer in healthcare. You will always continue to learn. Continue to work on yourself and be and do the best you can. Be the best version of yourself. Help others as you have been called to a profession that requires resilience, a profession of giving and of receiving, and where receiving allows you to give. Your life, your career, your successes will continue to produce the cycle that moves you into the future. There will be options, some good and some great, and some that are not in your plan. Embrace them all. Even the unplanned can become blessings. As you commence today, you are taking the next step into your future. Graduates, remember that it is okay to be a little intimidated. It allows you to move forward. You stop living when you stop evolving. Your life of learning will only end when you stop evolving. So don't get stuck. Have the courage to keep going. Congratulations and well done.
Thank you, Dr. Schwendenhammer. I would like to echo Ms. Bain's welcome, appreciation, and congratulations to our faculty, staff, esteemed guests, students, and their loved ones. We celebrate with the graduates today in their accomplishments, but also the contributions of others who have supported them through their academic and life's journey to bring them to this momentous day. The academic road to becoming a health professional is not an easy one. You should take pride in the perseverance required beyond most other professional pursuits. What lay ahead of you is a lifetime of being challenged physically, mentally, and emotionally, sometimes all three at the same time, in my experience. Despite these challenges, I am confident that you will find a career that presents endless opportunities to learn the power of compassion, human connection, and courage. There's a poem by Dan Waldschmidt titled, "You Have to Do the Hard Things," that has helped me maintain my perspective through uncomfortable times of growth that I would like to share with you. You have to do the hard things. You have to make the call that you're afraid to make. You have to get up earlier than you want to get up, especially if you're a nursing student. You have to give more time, or give more than you get in return right away. You have to care more about others than they care about you. You have to fight when you are already injured, bloody, and sore. You have to feel unsure and insecure when playing it safe seems smarter. You have to lead when no one else is following you yet. You have to invest in yourself even though no one else is. You have to look like a fool while you are looking for answers you don't have. You have to grind out the details when it's easier to shrug them off. You have to deliver results when making excuses is an option. You have to search for your own explanations even when you're told to accept the facts. You have to make mistakes and look like an idiot. You have to try and fail and try again. You have to run faster even though you're out of breath. You have to be kind to people who have been cruel to you. You have to meet deadlines that are unreasonable and deliver results that are unparalleled. You have to be accountable for your actions even when things go wrong. You have to keep moving towards where you want to be no matter what's in front of you. You have to do the hard things, the things that no one else is doing, the things that scare you, the things that make you wonder how much longer you can hold on. Those are the things that define you. Those are the things that make the difference between living a life of mediocrity or outrageous success. The simple truth about how ordinary people accomplish outrageous feats of success is that they do the hard things that smarter, wealthier, more qualified people don't have the courage or desperation to do. Do the hard things. You might be surprised how amazing you really are. Being here today, you have already demonstrated that you are wildly capable of doing hard things. Carry this notion with you when you are inevitably faced with the next hard thing. Your outrageous success will leave countless lives better than when you met them. At Methodist College, we hold our graduates in high esteem and recognize their academic achievements. In addition to the traditional cap and gown regalia worn by all graduates, certain students are entitled to wear honor cords to signify their various academic achievements. The honor cord is a token consisting of twisted cords with tassels on either end. Their wearing signifies specific academic achievement. There are 3 levels of academic honors that are so signified. The 3rd level is cum laude. This honor is awarded to students who graduate with a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 to 3.74. Their honor distinction is noted by a doubled bronze cord. Students, as I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Sarah Carrot, Taina Ruiz, Claudia Tovrera. Thank you. Please be seated. The 2nd level is magna cum laude. If this honor is awarded to students who graduate with a cumulative grade point average of 3.75 to 3.89. Their honor distinction is noted by a double silver cord. Students, as I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Matanin Sorrow. Congratulations. Please be seated. The first or highest level is summa cum laude. This honor is awarded to students who graduate with a cumulative grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0. Their honor distinction is noted by a double gold cord. Students, as I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Emily Collins, Jill Gerga, Blair Mullen, Braden Murphy, Inkyung Oh, Victoria Opoku, Jackie Soto, Jenna Williamson. Please be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to invite to the stage Addison Neal, student speaker for the class of 2024.
Good morning, distinguished faculty members, family members, friends, and most importantly, the December graduating class of 2024. I am honored to be here today and to speak amongst my fellow classmates and would like to thank everyone who has supported our journeys. Today, we gather not just to celebrate an ending, but a remarkable new journey as graduates. Today marks a accumulation of years of hard work, growth, and discovery. I speak for all of us when I say that this journey was anything and everything but easy. Every single person sitting here today has forged friendships, discovered new passions, and has overcome challenges that once seemed to be impossible. As we reflect on our journey that has led us to this day, let us all take a moment to appreciate the growth, the resilience, and determination that has led us to this accomplishment. Each person sitting in front of me has had to sacrifice something and overcome challenges to make it to this point. I am sure you are all familiar with the term, the melting pot theory. The melting pot refers to people with different backgrounds and culture who become blended together to make one new culture. Instead of the melting pot theory, I like to view these graduates as a puzzle. While we all share similar interests and careers, we are all quite different and come together to create something beautiful. Do not be fooled, as this graduating class are not just your typical college students. There are students who have worked full-time to support themselves throughout school, students who are single parents, and students who were once students 20 years ago and decided to come back to finish their degree, and some who are just getting started. Let this be a reminder that anything is possible with the right mindset and that we should all be extremely proud of ourselves. Dr. Seuss once said, "When something bad happens, you have three choices. You can either let it define you, let it destroy you, or you can let it strengthen you." I think it's safe to say that this graduating class has made the choice to let life's misfortunes strengthen them. As we all know, getting your degree is not an easy task. I can't even begin to describe the countless nights my classmates and I have stayed up, studying for exams, cramming to get our homework done, and just trying to make time for family and friends. During our time here at Methodist College, we have all faced moments where we felt like our piece of the puzzle didn't fit in or didn't align the way that we wanted it to. But just like a puzzle, those moments were not just setbacks, but rather part of the design, and I think this accurately describes each and every individual that is graduating today. To our faculty, thank you for pushing us to be better and to give us the opportunities to work on our weaknesses. Every day, they have truly gone the extra mile, and we would not be sitting here this morning if it weren't for them. I would like to thank our family and friends who have supported our journey and been our backbone during this time. It is so heartwarming to see everyone here who has supported us through our self-doubt, worry, and anxiety. I know my family has probably gotten tired of me freaking out before every exam, convinced that I was going to fail and have to drop out, just for me to end up passing. That being said, I think I can speak on behalf of the graduating class. We've all contemplated dropping out and making a career change at least once, but yet here we are graduating. Lastly, I would like to thank the friends and each person that I've met along the way. I like to think of the friends I've met in school as the edge of a puzzle. When you first start a puzzle, you typically sort out your edge pieces first to establish your framework. Without your framework and your edge pieces, how would you know where to connect the pieces together? We have all laughed together, cried together, and held each other up during hard times, and I wouldn't be up here speaking today if it weren't for them. We didn't just survive school together, we thrived because we had each other. To my fellow graduates, let me say this. As we move forward into this next chapter of our lives, I am certain that we will all encounter many more puzzles to solve. But remember, just as puzzles are incomplete without every piece, the world is also incomplete without our unwavering commitment to care. As Chadwick Boseman once said, if you are willing to take the road to fulfilling your purpose, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than success, the one that has more meaning, more glory, and more victory, just know that you will never regret this. Remember that the struggles along the way were only meant to shape you for your purpose. As the future years will bring many challenges, always hold on to your passion and the reason that has brought you here in the first place. Congratulations to my fellow graduates, December class of 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Neal. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce James C. Leonard. He's President and Chief Executive Officer of Carle Health, based in Urbana, Illinois, serving more than 2 million people. In his tenure, Dr. Leonard has led the organization through a period of growth to address the healthcare needs of the region through its 8 hospitals with more than 16,000 employees. A multidisciplinary physician group health plan spanning 6 states and associated healthcare businesses, including the Carle, Illinois College of Medicine, the world's first engineering-based medical school. Dr. Leonard has been CEO since 2000 and is among the longest-serving health system CEOs in the nation. Under his leadership, Carle Foundation Hospital ranks as one of America's top 50 best hospitals by health grades. Both Carle Foundation Hospital and Carle Broman Medical Center, along with Carle Methodist and Carle Pekin and Proctor hospitals, have been recognized as having achieved Magnet designation multiple times, the nation's highest honor for nursing care. Carle Health is designated as a great place to work for the past 5 consecutive years. An Illinois native, he graduated from the University of Illinois with a BA and MD and completed residency at McNeil Hospital in Berwyn, Illinois. Dr. Leonard began his career with Carle Clinic Association in 1984 as a family practice physician. He served in a variety of leadership roles at Carle Clinic, the Carle Foundation, and was named CEO in 2000. With his perspective as a physician, the health system has advanced to expand services that are nationally ranked for innovation and quality patient care. Dr. Leonard has been named one of Becker Hospital's review Physician Leaders to Know, has served as chair of the Illinois Hospital Association and on the American Hospital Association Board of Trustees. He currently serves on the Illinois Hospital Association Board of Trustees and the American Hospital Association's Committee on Hospitals Against Violence and the Committee on Strategy and Innovation. Please join me in welcoming Dr. James Leonard.
Thank you, Chancellor. Appreciate that fine and nice introduction. Before I really get started, I want to do some acknowledgments because I think it's incredibly important and a lot of what this day is about. I want to acknowledge the faculty and staff, a lot of hours, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make sure that a quality education is administered and available to the students. I want to acknowledge families, friends. These folks stand on your shoulders. They lean on you in difficult times. You play an important role in who they are and who they will continue to develop to be. I want to acknowledge the graduates, and I'll get back to you in just a minute. And then I also want to acknowledge the college board members behind me, and if any are in the audience, because again, that oversight, that governance is very important to ensure the quality and standards that need to be met and that we all expect as we interact with professionals throughout our careers. So back to you all, and this is primarily where I'm going to focus because it's your day. Congratulations. You've brought back a lot of memories of many days ago, my undergraduate graduation and my family being in the audience and their pride and quite frankly, just overwhelming emotions as I've watched things unfold here. I have a few minutes, about 15 to be exact, that I'm going to cover really three things, okay? So you hold me to this. I'm going to cover a game show, okay? We'll see where that goes. I'm going to help you find a mentor, okay? And then, just to wrap things up, because 15 minutes is either short or a long time, depending on how it unfolds, I'm also going to give you the meaning of life, okay? So here we go. You ready? When first asked, I was honored. As I began to prepare for this day, really, I became very grateful. Why? Why would I go from feeling honored to grateful? Well, as you think about the task put in front of me in 15 minutes to distill your life, to really think back on so many years, life experiences, things that have happened, my thoughts, and suggestions that we all expect, for me to give you as the day unfolds. And so I really did that self-reflection and became increasingly grateful for the project. And something that I'd offer up to each of you is someday you may be standing here. I hope that you will be. What would you say? What would you, as you reflect back on your life today, and maybe 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now, what would you say at a future commencement speech? How would you do that fearless self-inventory and think through the things that really mattered? And so that's how I became grateful, because what an exercise. And I'd really recommend that each of you consider doing that. In fact, everyone, to take that time, because life is pretty busy. We get distracted. It's easy with all the noise to really miss a lot of the important stuff. And this exercise has helped me. Speaking of grateful, I found that really purposely focusing on gratitude, and this is going to be one of my very specific suggestions, presents a lot of insulation against ego and jealousy that presents itself a lot in a professional career as you go back and forth with decisions and interact with a lot of people. But you know what? It's fascinating. Gratitude, like a lot of things, can be a learned skill. It's not something that just sort of drops out of the sky, in my opinion. So you can develop gratitude, but like a lot of things, you have to develop constructive habits to help you do that, and that requires really every day. You need to train yourself, just like you would be running for a marathon or some other activity, developing a musical skill or whatever. Specific suggestion, pick up a small calendar at the beginning of every year and write down every day 2 or 3 things that really have happened throughout the day that you're grateful for. And that doesn't mean positive stuff all the time. In fact, some of the things I'm most grateful for, when they happened, just seemed like the world was coming to an end. And a month later or a year later, it's like, wow, what an education. I'm really grateful for that. It made me better. And many times, those are the things that matter most. But you'll lose track of those if you don't exercise that muscle and make it bigger. So that's a very specific suggestion, because soon it becomes a habit. I suggest also making learning a habit, speaking of habits, and that's already been mentioned. Today you celebrate a landmark, a graduation, which is fantastic and something that you should take time to celebrate. But when you think about let's make a deal, now I may be showing my age, some of you may be going, what's that? Very famous game show, which I promised that I would touch on, okay? When you think about let's make a deal, what happened? Folks picked a door, right? And the crowd's screaming, do you want door number 1, 2, or 3? And there was a whole strategy behind that. I'd submit in the spirit of let's make a deal, you've picked a door. And you've now opened that door. Through a lot of blood, sweat, tears, time, energy, you've opened that door. And you're now in the receiving room and looking at, gee, here's what's in the room, and here's my prize. My suggestion to you is don't stop with door number one that you pick. If you turn around and look, there are a lot more doors that you'll be able to open. But just like the first door, there will have to be commitments. Commitments made by you for yourself, your family, your future, to invest and grow. You got a degree, a certification, respect, but consider that long-term commitment to yourself and open the next set of doors and the next set of doors. Because let's make a deal will continue to serve you as you think about that moving forward. And each of the doors that you open, and they don't have to be formal education, will increase your capabilities, will increase your appreciation of life, will increase your gratitude as you go along that very important journey. And the skills that you learn as you go, you'll be able to flex and grow them and continue to contribute in such a positive way. Confucius said, education without critical thinking is a waste, and opinion without education is dangerous. Continue to invest in yourself and that education. Now, I also promised you help in finding mentors. What's a mentor? It's a person that you can trust who may be wise, they may just be good listeners, they can help you think about things as you go through life. And I want to introduce you to two of my mentors, which will, I think, be a path for some of you to get mentorship as you move forward. There's a lot to be learned from good thinkers. In fact, the two that I'm going to point out, and I have many, I've never physically met either, and they're both dead. Viktor Frankl, a psychologist that many of you I'm sure have heard of, and from our philosophy side, was in a concentration camp, actually camps plural, during World War II. But when I stumbled upon his writings and his thoughts and began to think about what he was saying, they really influenced my own thoughts, emotions, and life so that I wasn't a victim of circumstances going forward, and helped me with my own empowerment and how to think about things. That's a mentor, even though it was the written word. The second mentor that I would introduce you to of mine is Marcus Aurelius. Some of you have heard that name. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor and was a Stoic philosopher. The book that's been compiled with his name on it by others is called Meditations, and it provided hours of reflection to take that time, because that's an investment in myself, to look at the ideas across almost 2,000 years that he presented in those meditations. One example, our life is what our thoughts make it. I think that's pretty profound and just one of many. Now, we got to wrap things up here. I had 15 minutes. So, the meaning of life, okay, the small one, okay? So after 69 years, birthday in January, so we'll bump that up, you can do the math. After 69 years, and taking into consideration the Confucius quote that I shared with you, I think that question, what is the meaning of life, is not correct. Critical thinking has landed me there. And in point of fact, I would switch that around in that it's not the meaning of life, it is what is a meaningful life. And therein lies my answer for you. What is your meaningful life? It takes regular self-inventory. It takes taking time for yourself, shutting out the noise, identifying what's really important. Let me help you. It's not money, jewelry, cars, houses. Yeah, those have a place. But when you really take stock of everything as you work through your career, you'll find other things really provide that meaningful life. And so individually, through learning, through listening, giving, loving, and being loved, you'll get to that meaningful life. And many of you already have significant meaning in your life. Hold on to it. It's incredibly important. It's your life. And as I wrap things up, I really wish this for you, that your life is very meaningful, that it's a great journey. And I want to thank you for being given the opportunity, because this exercise of being able to talk to you today has added meaning to my life. And I very much appreciate that, and I appreciate the moments that you've given me to be a part of your travels today. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Leonard. We'll now begin the presentation of candidates for degrees.
Will the graduating class of 2024 please rise? Dr. Banks, members of the board, it is my privilege to inform you that the candidates assembled here today have qualified in all respects for their degrees by completing the curriculum set forth by Methodist College, and that the faculty have recommended the students be awarded degrees that merit the significant accomplishment.
Members of the graduating class who have successfully completed all the requirements for graduation and upon the recommendation of faculty by the authority of the Board of Directors of Methodist College, I hereby confer upon you your Methodist College degree for having fulfilled all the prescribed requirements of this degree. At this time, I invite Dr. Blanca Miller, Dean of Nursing, and Professor Shelley Riney forward to assist with the presentation of the graduates.
Emily Collins, Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences, summa cum laude. Braden Murphy, Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences, summa cum laude. Okay, I'll stop. Ruby Andrews, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Deborah Beaumont, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Macy Blentlinger, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Cassie Dennis, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Kirsten Franz, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Tara Green, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Frankie Hasty, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Mackenzie Hess, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Maggie Hoover, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Alyssa Lemons, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Sarah Mason, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Mackenzie Masters, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Amelia Meese, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Addison Neal, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Patricia Goy, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Joshua Polson, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Morgan Ringel, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure, certificate in community-based primary care. Delana Rogers, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Michelle Salem, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. I don't think I can beat that. All right. Jonathan Schmidgall, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Delaney Shaw, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Kirsten Shago, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Taylor Sturgis, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Abigail Watson, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Nadia Wilbert Davis, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Haley Woodcock, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Danny Yakel, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, pre-licensure. Luange Diansaki, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Accelerated Pre-Licensure. Christopher Duda, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Accelerated Pre-Licensure. Madison Haar, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Accelerated Pre-Licensure. Lynn Tatt, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Accelerated Pre-Licensure. Kayla Depchek, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, second degree. Adriana Oriana, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, second degree. Ebony Price, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, second degree. Taina Ruiz, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, second degree, cum laude. Cedric Chofo, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, second degree. Victoria Opoku, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, RN to BSN, summa cum laude. Matin and Soro, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, RN to BSN, magna cum laude. Zoe Meyer, Medical Assistant Certificate. Jessica Peters, Medical Assistant Certificate. Heather Shaw, Medical Assistant Certificate.
Will the graduating class of 2024 please rise? In recognition of your conferred degree, you may now transfer your tassel from right to left. We're almost done, folks, I promise. At this time, I invite Professor Lisa Gillespie, class of 1994, who will introduce you to your new status as alumni.
What a great morning. And I didn't bring my little cup to pull your names out to talk this morning. Should I sit? They can sit down. I think you should sit down now. Congratulations. This is a great morning, and I'm Lisa Gillespie and a first-generation college graduate, so it's an honor and a privilege to have an opportunity to speak to you as an alumna. This year marks 30 years since I graduated what was Methodist School of Nursing. At that time, it was a 3-year diploma program, but in 2000, it was renamed Methodist College and began offering bachelor's degree in nursing and growing to a health sciences college with many opportunities, including master's degree, health science, social work, and bachelor's degree programs, as well as other medical certifications. I confess I really didn't plan on being up here this morning. I was working really hard at recruiting an alumna of 25 years to share her words of wisdom with you, but sadly, due to scheduling conflicts, she's not able to be here. With a show of hands, how many of you are also first-generation college students or graduates? Any of you? Okay. Awesome. Thank you. So you know the unique challenges and barriers that come with this. Methodist colleges came very far since my time of education to break down the barriers and support first-generation college students. Just as we look to care for our patients in a holistic manner, the college has grown holistically to support its students, whether those needs are financial, emotional, or academic. Last week, I was at an event with family and one of my colleagues during a conversation that included one of my nieces who's also interested in pursuing a healthcare career. My mom decided it was a good opportunity to share a story with my niece and my colleague about a time that I wanted to quit, which I can tell you guys have probably had that moment. So that's already been shared today. So that's not an uncommon feeling, but my mom decided to provide details that I really didn't remember, which involved me shedding many tears and crawling into bed with them, probably in the fetal position. Even though I don't remember all those details, my sister was there to back up the story, but I do remember the feelings of overwhelm and despair, and I know you've certainly had those on your journey. And I've also heard these feelings in my classroom. It's just too much. It's too hard, takes too much time, too much energy, and too much money. Do I have what it takes to move past these obstacles in my way? That's when you remember your why. Why did I want to do this in the first place? I wanted to move out of my parents' house and get married, and the education provided an opportunity for that, but my why was much more than that. My why was something evident since childhood. Some might call it a purpose or a calling, but I wanted to choose, like you, something that's going to help alleviate suffering and promote health. When I reflect on my why, it was the home nurses who cared for my aging grandparents, the encouragement from my high school health occupations teacher, and the nurse that took care of me after a car accident. All of those helped place importance on my professional development. Strength is what you have gained when it felt like too much, but you just kept going. Like yours, my why wasn't easy or perfect. Sometimes it even involved eking out a 77%, and you just had just enough to persist. But what I didn't realize at that time was how much more I would have because I got my start at Methodist. Opportunities to help others began at Methodist Hospital and acute care, and I also worked in the community. And for the past 12 years at Methodist College, I've had the opportunity to see students progress to alumni, and we have many to celebrate. While I'm the first from my family to attend college, I'm not the only graduate from Methodist in my family. My sister, Bobby Howder, is the person that's supposed to be here today. She graduated 5 years after me, and if she was here in my place, she would tell you the reason why she chose Methodist was because I would come home and tell her stories without violating HIPAA, of course, and most were probably not appropriate for the dinner table. Her background includes med-surg, neurosurgery, and for the last 22 years, specializing in open heart, including transplants and pediatric and adult surgeries. Her specialty area and the nursing shortage has given her many opportunities as she currently works at Carl, OSF, and does some traveling. This fall, she was part of the surgical team that completed the first in the world EV-ICD, extravascular implantable cardioverter defibrillator, on a 2-year-old child. Her journey had its own challenges, particularly in finding her niche. Never did she think cardiovascular surgery was going to be her forte, as surgery and cardiac rotations were not her favorites in nursing school. And as her big sister working at the hospital where this occurred, she passed out at least 2 or 3 times during those rotations, so I didn't think she was going to make it in that area either. The moral of that is explore the opportunities that you have in nursing and whatever your health profession choice is, because there are so many of them. She describes herself as literally an unseen face the majority of the time. But what keeps her going is that she knows that she is an advocate for her patients during their most vulnerable moments. When they can't speak, they can't stand up for themselves, they put their full trust in those caring for her and advocating for them. Caring and seeing great outcomes gives an indescribable sense of satisfaction. But on the other hand, when things don't turn out the way that we were hoping for, sometimes we weep alongside of the families or behind closed doors, knowing we put forth our best efforts. She describes her work area as a tense and close environment, which leads to forming deep relationships with coworkers. And I know you guys have developed some relationships here during your time at Methodist College. These help provide better quality to your work environment, and that tight-knit relationship also feels like a second family, which to her motivates her and keeps her going through those difficult times. As she celebrates her 25th year of being an alumna, I'm very proud of the dedication that she has to her profession and thinks it's exciting that my little sister was part of a history-making procedure. And even though it's been many years since we were alumni, we both are very grateful for our opportunity that started at Methodist. During your time at the college, you've learned many things. Even when it was so hard, you've learned many things. Accountability, advocacy, critical thinking, compassion, inquiry, inclusivity, respect, and social justice, and you will have much because of it. Graduates, I welcome you to Methodist College as an alumni, and we are very eager for you to share your journey with us, and we welcome you back to the college anytime, and hopefully someday you'll stand up here as well. Congratulations.
This concludes today's ceremonies. On behalf of the graduates, faculty, and the board of Methodist College, I thank everyone for attending today and celebrating this achievement with our graduates. Parents and guests, please remain seated during the recessional. Graduates and faculty, please stand for the academic recessional.
If I could have the audience's attention for just a moment. I just want to offer a warning. Our weather has deteriorated while we've been in here, so please be very careful on the pavement outside. We have held the recessional inside and have not taken them outdoors because of that ice. So step very carefully if you do exit the doors. Thank you once again for being with us, and have a safe trip home.